Hi community of awesome, I'm Ava J and this is Bookish Pixie. So it's December 6th, which means NaNoWriMo has been over for like a week now. If you finished NaNoWriMo and whatever that meant for you, whether your goal was 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 or more words, good job. If you didn't finish your goal, that's okay too. Pat yourself on the back for the words you completed because they're more than what you had at the beginning of the month, and take all the time you need to finish. If you did finish your nano novel, however, you're now in the period of figuring out what to do now that you've finished your manuscript. So today I'm talking about distancing yourself from your first draft. I think it's really important to develop some distance from your first draft before you start revising. Now, how long you take is up to you. I know some writers who dive in after a couple days or a couple weeks. I personally like to take at least a month off whenever possible, but again, the time varies. Now, I think distancing is important for two reasons. First, because it makes revisions easier, which I'll get to in a second. But second, you just need to give your brain a break. Now, I've talked about the importance of breaks in my self-care vlog, which I'll link to below, so I won't reiterate the whole thing. But basically, if you write and write and write and write and never give yourself a break, you're going to burn yourself out. So take care of yourself, writers, especially if you've been nanoing, make sure you take some time to relax. But let's go back to that first part about how taking a break can make revisions easier. One of the reasons why it's so difficult to edit your own work is because we're too close to our manuscripts to edit it objectively. So one of the reasons distancing helps is if you take some time away from your manuscript, by the time you go back to it, you'll be able to look at it not completely objectively, but at least more objectively than you would have if you'd just written it yesterday. Why? Because we forget a lot of the details and we get distracted with other things, and we're able to get our heads out of that space so that when we go back to it, we can look at it with a little more objectivity. If I really want to distance myself from a manuscript, sometimes after I've taken a break, I'll start working on a different manuscript. That way, by the time I come back to the first manuscript, it'll feel completely fresh because I've had my head in the space of another manuscript in between. I've been doing that more and more as of late, partially out of necessity because I have to juggle multiple manuscripts at once. But I found that it's actually a good thing because not only does it force me to spend more time away from my manuscripts, as in over a month, but it also allows me to take the lessons I've learned while working on this manuscript and then put it into the new one. So developing some distance, let me tell you, it really helps. As for recharging, I like to do it by reading books, catching up on TV shows and movies, and playing games. This year, I'm trying to catch up on my yearly reading goal because I am behind and really want to make it. And also, I'm rewatching the last season of Vikings because the new season just started and I want to remember what happened. And I'm just playing random games. So yeah, breaks are important, distancing is important, so don't neglect this step. So that's what I got for today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys next week.